also in the water, he is a good swimmer.
Yeah.
The hair is Sloth half, help to float on the water and he can cross river, like the Marañón River could be like Yanayak River. But the head all the time is outside the water, and all the time he's moving the leg to get across and not to get right to another board or to another shore of the river. Okay. I told you over here we have two sloths, two kinds. We have a sloth with 2 nails, and this is 3 nails, or 2 claws. So this is very common to find, but sometimes we don't find, right? Because he gets really hiding, really hiding up in the trees. Normally they wake up early at 5 o'clock in the morning to look for the fresh leaf or to tender leaf for it, because they like to eat a soft leaf. You know, they eat a special leaf we call 90 type of leaf, but just 10 of the leaves are a favorite because they contain more drop, like contain more alkali like drop. And especially they like to eat the cecropia leaf that over here we call setico. The setico leaf is like drop. He eat like a half kilo, 1 kilo every day, but just a tender leaf.
For following along the jungle experience, and I just wanted to jump on here and talk to you about my experience. It's one thing seeing videos of the plants and the animals there, but it's another thing to actually hear about it. So I'm here with my Peru mug, handcrafted and hand painted from a lady in Peru. I'm gonna try and be serious with you guys. I'm gonna get into the pros and cons of going into the jungle. Let's start with the bad things. First of all, it is so hot there, and we were not prepared to go camping. The only pair of pants I brought were black. The only long sleeve, you have to wear a long sleeve shirt so you don't get bit by bugs. The only long sleeve shirt I had was black. So I was wearing all black, was not prepared to be outside for 4 days in the jungle, which is so humid that you get hot, but then it's so humid that it just like, your sweat sticks to you. And I was wearing black. Not a good combination. It is very, very hot. So you sweat all the time. But there's also so many mosquitoes that you need to put on bug spray like all the time, everywhere. And because it's hot, you need to put sunscreen on your face. So you have sunscreen, bug spray, you're sweating, and then you're in the jungle for 4 days without a shower. So you have like your sweat, 4-day-old bug spray, 4-day-old sunscreen, just, it's really gross. It's really gross. So that's why I was like, I can do 3 nights, but I think that's my limit, and then I need to go home and take a shower. And this is where I'm gonna get personal with you guys. For 4 days in the jungle, I don't know if it was psychological or physiological. Neither myself or my boyfriend Cole pooped the entire trip. And I didn't even want to. I was okay. I was like, there's something really wrong with my digestive system right now because I'm not pooping, but I'm okay with that. Because there's so many mosquitoes that even when I go pee, this is gonna sound weird, but Cole would take his hat and like flap it back and forth, like over, I'm wearing shorts, over my butt, so that no mosquitoes would bite my butt. And I was like, I don't even want to. I don't even want to poop with all these mosquitoes. Like, I do not want to have my butt out for that long with so many bugs. So we just didn't. And I think a lot of it does have to do with just psychologically. I didn't want to poop out there. And the other part, we did not eat very many vegetables, like at all, not very many vegetables. So not much fiber, but I think the main thing is I just didn't want to poop out there because I didn't want to get bitten by all of the mosquitoes. Not only that, there was so many ants. So many ants. It really freaked me out. because they're like biter ants. We would go whacking through the jungle and he'd say, don't touch the trees, don't shake the trees, because like 1 will fall on your head and you'll get like itchy. 10, you get a fever. And I was like, from these like tiny little ants. There's tiny ants, there's big ants, there's all kinds of ants. And I was like, this is a lot of ants for me. Some days, I'll be honest, I was kind of at my limit. I was like, I want to go home. There's just so many bugs. There's so many ants, spiders, mosquitoes, things crawling around, not showering, not pooping. I'm ready to go home. There was times where I felt that. I saw an anthill as long and wide as a car, and maybe as tall as like to the handle. Think about that. I'm not even kidding you. I thought it was a hill, and he said, no, that's an anthill. Long and wide as a car, is as tall to the handle, full of ants. So there was times where I just wanted to go home, but then I would look around and I would smell, and it just smelled so good in the jungle. It smelled so fresh, so clean, so rejuvenating. It smelled so good. And then, as you could see from the videos, if you watched them, it was so beautiful there. Like, so beautiful that if I got stuck in my own selfish ways of thinking about me as a single person, I was like, I want to go home. When I opened myself up to the world that we live in, and when I opened up my senses, my eyes and my smell, and even my taste, we would go fishing for piranhas and then eat them for dinner. And they were really good. Piranhas, yeah, they were really good. So when I opened myself up to the world, I was at more peace. There's still lots of bugs out there. So if you're not a bug person, okay, well, see, I am not a bug person. I hate bugs. And I still did it. So should you go on a jungle tour? Absolutely. Should you if you're afraid of bugs? Yeah, it will help. It will make you really freaked out though, but it should help. Maybe a little bit. Okay, now if you don't like mosquitoes, don't listen. I don't like mosquitoes. And this happened to me. So the entire time, I did not take off my pants because you didn't wear shorts there because you didn't want to get bit. So I wore my pants. I would only pull them down when I went pee because we didn't go poop. And I wore them sleeping. I never took my pants off. Through these 4 days though, we doused ourselves in bug spray. When we got back to our hostel, and I finally took my pants off to take a shower, what I realized was on both of my butt cheeks, I had like braille-sized paragraphs on my butt cheeks from mosquito bites. Like, I'm not talking like 1, 5, 10. I'm talking like 20 to 30 mosquito bites on each side of my butt cheek. And I'm like, didn't we bug spray that part? It was disgusting. Along the same line of bug bites, I had this pimple looking thing on my leg, on my ankle, for like a month after. Something bit me and I could still see it for a month after. So, should you go on a jungle tour? You should. It's one of the craziest things I've done. It's only so crazy to me because I am so against bugs. I hate bugs. I love nature. I love camping. I love hiking. I hate bugs. And that was the most bugs I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was disgusting. But I mean, they say you should face your fears, so that's why I decided to go on it. Did I almost hit a breaking point? Absolutely. Do I look back now and think it was one of the best experiences of my life? Absolutely. It's weird how things work out that way. In the time, you're like, I'm trying to appreciate this, but there's ants crawling on me. And then after, you appreciate it. So absolutely, I recommend it. It is really important that you go with a good guide, because some guides won't bring enough water, won't bring enough food, or they won't treat the animals properly. So it is really important that you do your research and you find a good guide and a good company to take you on a jungle tour. My favorite things about the jungle, it sounds so cool. If you listen to the video with howler monkeys and the birds, it sounds amazing. Having fresh bamboo salad, that was very cool. And drinking water from a water vine. I didn't even know that was a thing. That was very cool. I highly recommend that you check it out. That's the end of this experience. I don't know where I'm gonna travel next, but hopefully I'll be able to film some things and you guys can follow along to that too. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.